part of the Hispanic National Bar Association, and part of what I'm supposed to talk about is what we do. And we are the largest organization for Latino attorneys or anybody who would be considered a friend, so you don't have to be Hispanic or Latino to join us. And we have regional locations throughout the United States, Puerto Rico, which is closed down right now for obvious reasons, Virgin Islands, and Europe. So we actually have European members who come to our conferences. We hold 2 conferences a year, one for corporate counsel and one for the national. That said, this is a pre-law conference, so I wanted to talk about the top 3 tips. First and foremost, if you're going to try to go to law school, take the law school, the LSAT prep course. LSAT is what you have to, an exam you have to take just like you took SATs to go to college. You have to take an LSAT to go to law school. Take a prep course. It's expensive, so apply for applications. All the big companies, Barbary, names I can't remember right now, sorry, have prep courses and they have scholarships. So look for them. If you don't know how to get a scholarship, that's why we're here. Get our cards. Get on our organization's website. I sit on the Florida Bar Diversity and Inclusion Committee. We give scholarships to students to do this. I also sit on the L&E Labor and Employment Committee because I am a labor and employment attorney. We give out $2,000 every year to law students for law school. So just, it's out there and it's hard to find, and if you Google the stuff, it's still hard to find. Get our cards. That's what we're here for. Our organizations all have subcommittees about getting people into law school, getting you guys out. The hardest thing about law school, it doesn't teach you the law. Do not expect to go to law school and learn the law. You will learn how to think like an attorney. Note that up front, because I've seen a lot of my colleagues, friends, and mentees, they go in thinking, I read the chapter, I got this. No, you don't. The chapter is step 1. There's a lot of thinking behind it. We're not brilliant. You know, a lot of people in our communities think, oh, mira la licenciada. It just means I read a lot. That's why I have trifocals. I'm not a rocket scientist. I don't save lives. I read really, really well, and I listen even harder. Okay? So that's the best advice I can give you is make sure that you listen. Open your doors. You see everybody around you? We are each other's colleagues. We make it or break it as a team, as a group. We all support each other here. People have flown in from all over the country to support your dreams. For those of you who are like me, I took 10 years between undergrad and law school. I have a master's degree in counseling. Thank you. For those of you who are in your gap time, you bring a different sort of diversity. You bring the idea of being a business-minded person. For those of you who are parents, you're teaching your son that dreams are really, really important. It means that sometimes my daughter had to deal with the fact that I was going to be at work really late. I'll take it any day, every day, because when she says, my mom works really hard because she does civil rights work, I know I did the right thing. It is hard. You can do it. People will tell you you can't. You can do it. There's people here. There's a whole foundation. We're here to help you make it through. Make sure you do that. Don't let people BS you. Don't let people tell you that the stress is going to get to you. Yes, the stress is going to get to you. I love listening to music. I love to sing. I sing terribly. But one of my friends one time said, like, the last time I heard music in your house was before law school. I was like, oh, no. Tenemos que poner la salsa. I put on music loud now in my office. Whenever I'm stressed, because I need to remember who I am, right? When I graduated law school, my neighbor said to my mother, who smokes, oh, you must be so proud, doña Miña, que si las nenas, And she's like, I don't give a shit what the title is. She better remember she from the South Bronx. She better remember her last name is Seijo. And she better remember to be good. Remember to be good to yourselves when you're in law school. Remember to be good to others when you get out. That's it.